Grab a cold one, settle in. Audio and Retmo come, let the fun begin. Gears are grinding, ideas in the air. Beers, gears, ideas, let's share. Beers, gears and ideas. With audio and rave, it's a blast. Beers, gears and ideas. Together we're breaking the mold so fast. Tech talk, laughs, and a sip or two. From gadgets to dreams, we'll see it through. With every clink, innovation's near. Audio and rap, the gang's all here. Beers, gears, and ideas. With audio and rap, it's a blast. Beers, gears, and ideas. Together we're breaking the mold so fast. Raise your glass, let's toast to the dream. Where beers, gears, and ideas stream. No topics too wild or tame. With audio and rub, it's never the same. So tune in, friends, don't miss a beat. For insights, laughs, and the ultimate treat. Beers, gears, and ideas. Together we're going far, far, far. So tune in, friends, don't miss a beat. For insights, laughs, and the ultimate treat. Beers, gears, and ideas. Together we're going far, far, far.
Well, that was different.
Wow,
Yeah, that was a different intro.
that was crazy. I love it. That was a good version. Maybe we should make that one permanent.
I don't know.
We had viewers coming
Yeah.
and going. They were just like,
Yeah, it was like,
I don't know. I
ooh,
feel
what is
about that."
this? Ooh, I don't like this. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is freaking weird.
Like polka symphonic metal.
Yeah. So here we are once again. Happy Friday, and we
Yes.
are Beers, Gears, and Ideas podcast episode. What was it again? We went through this.
59.
59.
59, yeah.
59.
Just us this week. Yeah, we had
Yep.
three of us last week, but it's just us this week.
It's just us. Just us.
Yeah,
Redmo
just us.
Cam.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
I can't put my hand over in his screen, but
Audio to the eyeballs.
and there we are.
Right there. Yeah.
And if you don't know,
Yeah,
oh, good.
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if people don't know, that every week we're doing a new intro song. So that was like, I don't even know what you call that. That's, it's not
Yeah, I'd
really
say that was
polka. Would you
polka.
say that's polka? It's kind of like a
Yeah, it's
cross
kind of got a
between-
polka because I could hear like almost like an accordion or something going on. A didgeridoo. I don't even know what a didgeridoo is. but
That's a big long like pipe thing. Goes,
is that what that is?
Yeah.
What's that thing? What do they call that thing where you turn the handle, you crank the handle, and it like what is that thing called? They used it back in like medieval times, and it was like it's used in
Oh
carnivals
shit!
and
I don't know
stuff.
what the fuck they call that. What is that?
You crank the handle, and you
Yeah,
like, it has a
I know what you're
keyboard on it.
talking about. What, it's not like an accordion, but it's like a.
What is that called?
Huh.
If anybody in chat knows what that instrument is called that I'm talking
Yeah,
about, it
please
has
let
a
us
handle
know.
that you wind up. I can't remember what it's called.
It's called a wind-up music thing. That's what we're gonna call it.
It's a wind. It's
It's
a wind up music thingy.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah. We know what it is.
But yeah, yeah, that was fun. That was an interesting song.
Very interesting. I don't know.
How you doing though?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm all right. Like before we started, I was talking about my back is like totally fucked up. Like I don't know what happened. It's just like I'm having spasms. Like so, if anybody sees this and I start going like I'm hyperventilating, I'm just having a back spasm. It's all right. I'm not dying or anything. I'm just.
If he falls out of his chair, it's no big deal.
It mostly happens when I go to reach for a beer in the cooler here. I go to reach.
Oh, that's never good.
I'm like.
You might live.
Oh, see, I almost had one right there. Oh, almost had one. Gotta stay still.
You just gotta raise your cooler up.
Stephen Hawking.
You're gonna start beer. Talking in some kind of computer voice.
I wish I could do a better impression of Stephen Hawking. But...
Oh, we should do a podcast doing that. Just have our like voices transposed into computer. Did you imagine how boring that would be? Like that's monotone.
We could do that next week.
Super monotone podcast.
Hey, Spotify did it. Remember that the yearly.
Yes, actually, that was really fucking good though.
Yeah, you can use that now. Apparently, we could just say a few sentences in it, and it will.
I think I played mine. Didn't I play mine?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did. Yeah. On the podcast.
Yeah.
But we could just say a few sentences into that and just give it a prompt for the day, and it will just go.
Like, shit, we could fucking do like a.
We don't even have to be here.
Constant live podcast, like never ending.
That might be a good idea for those ones where we can't
come up with a topic.
We're gonna miss the podcast.
Yeah,
we'll just can't do it this week.
Just have AI do it.
AI do it for for the week.
Yeah, AI stepping in.
It's just us like
special guest AI. Yeah. Every once in a while,
photo just
have
changes like Max Headroom.
Yeah.
Starts glitching.
That's old school shit for any youngins.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know who Max Headroom is, okay.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. What was that about anyway?
That was in. What was that? What did that start on?
Was that MTV he was on?
Yeah, he did like ads or something on MTV.
He did like Pepsi commercials and shit, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't really computer generated. He was wearing like latex mask thing that made him look computer generated.
Yeah, he looked like the friggin' Enzyte guy.
Yeah, and made it all like
Enzyte friggin' penis growth thing.
Yeah, it's Max Headroom.
Everybody remembers penis growth Enzyte.
Why wouldn't you remember that? I mean,
a boost of confidence. No, sorry. A swelling of pride. Sorry, I don't know why I remember that.
Swelling of wow, you remember the whole damn thing.
I remember we getting out of the pool and all the ladies were like lifting their sunglasses.
Jesus.
Like who gets out of the pool in a public place with a never mind.
Yeah. It must be a warm pool, that's all I'm saying.
Right. One of those all-inclusive cruises.
Yeah, with a nice warm pool.
Anyway, geez, sorry.
The water's cold, okay?
Not for me. I take Enzyte. No.
Yeah. I just walk around with a heart on.
Imagine if the...
Can I say that? Can I say
You say hard on?
I must be able to. Drop F-bombs all the time, so I mean, what the hell?
Haven't been canceled yet. It's okay.
No. So this is the hard on episode.
It's a hard on podcast. Hard on number 1 and 2.
And 2.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Remember that used to actually be an insult? You're fucking hard on. You remember?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? It's like, what does that mean when somebody calls you a hard on?
I don't know.
But that was a good thing.
You should stand up straight. I don't know what. Yeah. What? Or maybe they call you that because you always stand up straight.
You're really stiff and happy. What the hell is
Yeah,
your problem?
yeah.
Hard on. Oh my God! Sorry, we're going fucking crazy. Jesus.
He's standing erect.
Can you tell we have no idea what we're talking about right now?
No, we really don't. We have.
Oh my God.
I think. What did I name this one?
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, what should we talk about?
One thing I wanted to do though, after I was saying before we started that I listened to the entire podcast last week,
Yeah.
which was like almost like 3 hours long.
It was a long one.
It was crazy long, right? But one thing I noticed, and I feel bad,
Yeah.
is I was fucking cutting you off a lot in the last podcast. I kept talking, like I wouldn't shut up.
Really?
Like every time you would go to speak, I would just fucking start talking. So I wanted to formally apologize on the podcast for doing that.
Jeez.
Because sometimes
I
I don't
didn't
realize
notice.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. Huh.
I'm like, dude, let other people speak. Fucking breathe, dude. You know, I was like,
You were on a roll. You were very
I felt
talkative.
horrible.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Now I'm
every
gonna
time
have
you
to
went say
listen to it.
something-
Yeah.
oh, see, I'm trying to catch myself. Every time you went to go say something, I was like, blah, 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 just spouting diarrhea out of my mouth. Didn't even make any sense. I'm like, dude, shut up. You know, that's what I was trying to tell myself to shut up. You know?
Getting irritated
I
with
was
yourself.
screaming.
Yeah.
I was literally screaming at the YouTube video. I'm like, dude, shut up. Stop talking over people. Yeah, I was like,
Jesus.
so I apologize
Oh,
formally
all
for doing that because I felt horrible.
I didn't notice. I didn't notice it.
If you watch back, especially towards the end where I started to get a little tanked,
Well, yeah,
like-
by the end it was.
because we don't go that long.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, we don't go that. I think my beer was a 10.2%, and I got
Yeah.
rid of that as fast as I possibly could because it wasn't very good. Yeah, that was.
Well, you handled it way better than me because apparently I was just, I don't know if it's because I was sick or what, but I was like fucking,
Well,
I'm just blaring, fucking blabbing my ass off.
that doesn't help though. Being sick, that'll definitely intensify
Yeah,
it.
Does that get you drunk faster when
I
you're
think
sick?
it does. I always feel like I get drunk faster when I'm sick. Or maybe
Like
I
who
don't
drinks
know.
when they're sick? It's like-
This guy.
I'm always in the hopes it's going to make me feel better.
Well,
Yeah.
you know how you use like rubbing alcohol to like, yeah, like on a cut or something like that, it cleans it out. I figure if it's an internal like rubbing alcohol, like I'm trying to like, I'm cleansing the
It's like that
body.
It's like that old wives' tale, take a shot of whiskey if you have the flu, you'll feel
Yeah.
better.
Instead of a shot, I drink half the bottle. That's.
I think it's the thing of like, I think it's the illusion of you'll feel better because you forget you're sick. Because you're just
That's most
fucking
likely
hammered.
what it is, right? Yeah.
Then you wake up going, God, what did I do to myself?
No, I
feel worse.
I'll never forget. This was a long time ago too. Like I was having a party at my house, and I felt like shit. I was running a fever. I felt like shit. I was laying on my couch, and people started showing up. And like, fucking A. Like, it's like, you know what? Just have a good time. You guys just party. I'll pop
I'm
in
just gonna
here
chill.
and there. And then I don't know why, but somebody convinced me, oh, no, just have a couple drinks. Have a couple. And so I just started pounding beers. And next thing you know, I'm standing up, hanging out with everybody, having a fucking good time. My fever was gone. It was like,
It's like your body
I'm telling you, this
forgets
works. Don't listen to me for like medical advice. I'm not telling people to do that. I'm just saying it worked that one time.
No, but in reality, I've had that work more than once.
Yeah.
Like, man, I feel like shit, and they're like, "Oh man, just have a beer, you'll be good," and then 6 beers in, I'm like, I feel all right.
I feel
I'm
great.
good. Yeah, forget I'm sick. I swear to God, I forget I'm sick.
Yeah.
And then my body goes, "What did you do yesterday? God, you've murdered your entire immune system."
See, but the next day I woke up and I felt great. Like I wasn't sick anymore. I felt great. I was like,
You drank
All right.
the flu out of yourself.
so dumb.
It's possible. Yeah.
Oh, I've done it. Christ.
So I've realized we can't mention anything that has to do with medical companies on this platform. Just let you know. One of my
Really?
one of my good buddies that streams on this platform, he said something about a company and he got banned instantly.
Are you serious?
If you mention the name of the company, you're like banned instantly.
How? Why? It's a company.
I don't know. I know.
That is ridiculous.
I know. Yeah, he was.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, he's talking about how medicinal things are better than
Oh, yeah.
pharmaceutical things, and he got freaking banned instantly.
That's ridiculous.
I was like, what? How does that work? You know, I was like, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Like, he's
Yeah.
like, did you just see that happen? I'm like, yeah, I did. Like, and it's not like he's a huge streamer. He just had, you know, probably
Wow.
10 people watching. And he's like, did you see my stream just end? I was like, yeah,
That's crazy. Wow. That's, you know.
Because I almost slipped up and said something.
Are we in America?
Like, oh, don't say anything.
Are we in America?
Yeah.
Don't we have freedom of speech? I guess you don't on platforms that are owned by, you know, people. They can decide.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I can't believe that.
It's shitty, right?
Anyway, where are we? Did we miss anything? How was your week though? You didn't really answer though. I mean, what happened? Anything?
Kind of shitty, really. It was just long, dragged out, just shitty.
Weather sucked.
The weather sucked. Tired.
Now we're gonna get more shit weather tomorrow.
Ugh. I'm done with this. I'm moving to Texas. Yeah. I'm moving to Texas.
I'm gonna move to Texas. It's nice down there and it's cheap.
Yep. On my way. No.
We've said that once before. We said that on here before.
Oh yeah, no.
We're gonna move to Texas. Remember?
If I'm gonna move anywhere, well, it'll either be Tennessee or Texas. I don't even know why Tennessee. I just know people that moved to Tennessee.
My niece lives there and she loves it.
Yeah, everybody I know that moved there says they fucking love it.
Like, she loves it. She's been there for 5 years now, and she loves it.
Shit, I actually know people that moved down there, then they moved back up here, and then they moved back down there. They're like, nope, fuck that. We're going back to Tennessee. So,
yeah.
Oh, all right. So it's that good. Okay.
I have a buddy of mine who moved up here a couple months ago from Arizona. He's lived here before, and then he moved to Arizona.
Yeah.
They came back a couple months ago, and he's like, fuck it, I'm going back to Arizona.
Yeah.
I was like, really? I'm like, is it that bad up here? He's like, yeah, it's not the weather or anything. He's just like, he goes, people suck up here. And he's like, I'm going home.
Yeah, know.
I mean, I don't know if people suck, but when you've been away he was away for a long time. I think like over 10 years. And he came back and went, wow, this is not
I
remember it being, you know.
In the Northeast, people are not super friendly and nice. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's changing. Like, people are getting worse up here. People have attitudes like nobody's business lately. It's like,
oh, I did freeze up for a second. Am I still frozen? Oh, wow.
Live is not even, the live is like not there.
Oh, it like dropped for a second.
Shit, I got nothing.
No, we're back.
Wait, okay, we're back.
Wow,
our title changed back to what it was.
Having some serious internet issues tonight. Holy shit.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it's probably the weather coming. It's shit.
It's not very nice out.
Oh yeah, we lost all the other. Yeah, our stream sessions restarted to like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Damn, we're still here.
Yeah,
we're still here. Oh, we lost our viewers and
I'm
everything.
back, whoever was watching. I'm sorry.
We're still here.
We're back. They're coming
back. Okay, here we go. Jeez. That was
wow, that was weird.
Yeah, that was like a violent attack. It was like, rain. I just watched my little kilobytes per second meter go 0. Like, that's not good.
Yeah. Huh.
You got
gaming going on in your house?
Nothing crazy. No, my internet's been pretty shitty. Like,
no, mine has too. Actually, I've noticed it. Yeah. Like my Wi-Fi has been horrible. Like I can be in my kitchen, just like, what is that? 20 feet away from my router.
Yeah.
And my phone has like 1 bar of Wi-Fi. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Huh.
You know?
It's all
my computer's been like not connecting this shit.
So there's drones flying overhead, doing like
probably, man,
some kind of electronic pulse, whatever the hell.
There's an overtake of the internet coming. I swear.
I think so.
Something
crazy.
Crazy. Fucking crazy.
Well, we'll see.
Hey, Rapid, I see you, bud. I see you in there, Rapid.
Oh,
how you
shit.
Doing?
He's waiting for the beers.
He's lurking. We can jump into that instead of us ranting. We can go back into everything else, I guess.
Jump into the beers.
Beers.
I think
Skibby went first last week.
I may have had this one before.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, Rapid.
How you doing, Rapid? I called you out. My bad. I saw you in the community chat.
I think I've had this one before.
All right.
You want me to go
What do you
first,
got?
or-
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
Who is it? Lone Pine, Portland, Maine. Lone
We
Pine.
definitely had Lone Pine on here
Yeah.
before.
This one's Light Side Session IPA.
Nope, you've never had that.
I haven't. Okay, good.
Nope.
Whew.
Lone Pine's got quite a few beers, so it's
They do,
kind of
yeah.
hard to. But
Wow,
that's
this
the problem. That's what we're running into now. You cannot tell anymore what the
it's
hell
like
we've
shit.
had.
If I had that before, I don't know.
I have to look for the weirdest can that I don't recognize.
This one's a pansy beer. It's only 4.5%,
Wow.
but it's a session IPA. Oh, I already said that. Light Side Session IPA. It's in the name.
I just hit my head off to my microphone. Sorry.
Nice.
I don't even think this has a alcohol percentage on it.
Did you buy like a non-alcoholic beer?
Oh no! See, we're right in the same boat.
What'd you
we're right
get?
about the same.
For another
I got a
4.5. I know, might as well be water. I know. It's like that's pretty fucked up. This actually has less alcohol than the regular beers that I drink.
It's like a Mick Ultra.
No, my Mick Ultra has more alcohol in it.
Actually, your Ultras have more than PBR, I think.
Yeah.
I got, what do I have here? Sullivan's Brewing Company.
Sullivan's.
It's a Maltings Irish Ale.
Ooh.
Brewed in Ireland.
That's the right place if you're going to do an Irish ale.
Established in, oh my God, 1902.
Jesus.
It's a Sullivan's.
Look at
Maltings
that.
Irish Ale.
I usually like Irish ale, so I bet that's going to be good.
5%. It's a 5%.
Oh, it's better than my weak ass 4.5.
Kilkenny,
Weak-ass
Ireland.
shit. No shit.
Kilkenny, Ireland. Yeah, we're
Kilkenny.
Ireland.
Kilkenny.
It is Kilkenny. Kilkenny. I'm thinking that's how you say that.
Oh,
Kilkenny.
shit, that's funny. You killed Kenny, you bastard.
You bastard. Cause mom's a bitch.
Ooh.
Such a stupid bitch.
Well, I don't know.
It
It
doesn't
smells
smell
horrible.
bad.
Smells like
alright.
it smells like an IPA. It smells like an IPA.
It's an IPA.
I'm gonna try.
Why do you
it.
do this to yourself?
I don't know.
Get something you like. God.
Irish whiskey. I don't know about. I usually like. Well, I like Irish Reds for beers.
I do like Irish Reds. I do
Hmm.
like Irish Reds.
Okay. I'm gonna
What's
try-
that one that I liked that I had on here? It's a pretty common one. Schmidtwick.
Schmiddix.
Schmiddix. They call it Schmiddix. It's Smithwick, but
It's
they call it
it's
Schmiddix.
it's spelled Smithwicks, but it's
Yeah,
Schmiddix.
but it's Schmiddix.
Yeah.
That's how you say it when you're hammered. Schmiddix.
Arr! I don't know. Oh,
Schmiddix.
it's no longer freaking Irish. I just went pirate. I was like, Arr!
Schmiddix.
All right, I'm going to try this thing.
Go for it.
All right.
Get ready, rap.
Huh. It's definitely an IPA. It's not like super. Ooh.
Contemplation was hilarious.
Hang on.
I don't know.
It's not horrible. I've had worse. Yeah, that's drinkable. I wouldn't say it's super good. Not.
Are you sure?
But it's
I think you
very,
should double. Try again.
It's very flowery.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It's very I don't even know where to go. Like I gotta try to like sit down and try to figure out what that is. That's like that. What is that? I don't know. I don't think I've ever like drank or eaten anything that tastes like an IPA.
Hops, right?
Yeah, but
Like extra hoppy.
yeah, I guess you just have to know hops.
All right. Here we go. Sullivan's.
Yeah, like I can read that.
Actually, that's not bad. It has
Yeah.
a hint of IPA though. I think it's an ale thing
Really?
going on there, but
It could very well be.
it's not flowery though. It's like the other. Is that barley?
Oh god.
I don't know what the difference is, barley and hops, but
That's a really
it's
good
got more
question.
of a barley hint to it as opposed to that flowery, hoppy.
We always
flavor.
talked about like taking classes to figure out how the fuck to do this shit. But
We got to go take a course.
yeah. That way we could be professional beer drinkers.
Yeah, so they can be like, hey, this is a hoppy beer. This is a barley strong beer. So we can go, oh, let's test it, try them out.
Take a sip and be like, oh,
how does it?
That's such and such hops. It has a hint of, I can't do that right now. It's like, no, it tastes
Citra Maltese hops and chocolate caramel barley.
Right now I'm just tasting lawn clippings with dandelions. There we go. Is that descriptive enough? I think this is a dandelion.
The last one of the season.
Dandelion. Who the fuck came up with that name?
Dandelion?
Yeah, dandelion.
Well, it's kind of pretty, and it looks like a lion's mane.
So shit, ain't that dandy? It's a dandelion.
Look at that little dandelion. Somebody's really stoned. When
it had to have been. Yeah.
There's a dandelion right there.
Oh, I gotta go to the glass. Actually, now that I've taken a few sips, it's gotten better. I think what it does is it numbs your taste buds.
Where did the name dandelion originate from? I have to Google this. The name dandelion comes from the French phrase dent de lion, which means lion's tooth.
The
name refers to the jagged edges of the dandelion's leaves, which some say resemble a lion's teeth and jaws. Interesting. Didn't know that.
That's weird. Yeah, like now I'm never gonna look at a dandelion the same way.
I know. Not the teeth. Oh, okay.
All right, so I went full blown glass in that, and it's
look at you go.
It's kind of IPA looking-ish. Looking-ish. That's a word.
Definitely, it's a little lighter. It's not as foggy, but
no, I don't see the massive floaties in there like I usually get either. So this beer doesn't have floaties. Oh dark. Wow, that is dark.
It's not as dark in person. It's more of like a really dark brown, but I gotta get that damn lighting correct. I gotta get a better lighting for my beer.
I'm gonna like set up a table next to me with like beer lights. And I can put my beer under
like a turntable on it.
Yeah, have like a separate camera, and we can switch to the beer cam. Let's go to the beer cam. And then,
I need that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna thoroughly analyze it.
Have LEDs under it.
You pull up stats next to it.
Oh yeah,
just like comes in next to it.
They're gonna have like lights flashing and shit, and have like
like
a beer
disco
dance.
fever. Disco fever.
Oh, what's that? Audio. The red light makes it look like you have red eye makeup. At the angle, yeah. Yeah, the way your hat was shading it. Yeah. He got all dolled up for this one.
How's that? That better?
Nice.
Oh shit, wrong way.
Oops. We all saw your red light. Hey, you don't have to put on the red light.
Roxanne.
Those days are over. You don't have to share your body with the night. Is that what it is? I don't remember the lyrics. Yeah. Damn.
It's my sister's name. That's just creepy.
It tastes about the same in the glass.
That tastes better in the glass. quite nice makeup. Thank you, Rapid. I appreciate it. I can put it back on. If you want. I can look like Twisted Sister. Sorry. We're not gonna take it.
No.
No, I don't want to see you naked.
Ooh.
I don't want to see you naked
Anymore.
anymore.
Oh shit.
It's not bad in the glass though. It's pretty good.
This one's not horrible. It's way better than last week, I can tell you that.
Man,
last
week
week
you had a stiffy.
What did I have?
Last week.
Triple
10.2,
IPA,
right?
Yeah, it was a triple IPA.
Rapid wasn't there for that. You missed that.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was.
You missed the 10.2. That was the highest beer right? Right?
That's right up there with the other one that I did. Allagash Curio.
But I don't think that was 10.2. I think that was 10.
It's 10 right? Something. Yeah, 10 is right there with it.
Go on YouTube, Rapid, and look up last week's episode. It was epic. It was like almost 3 hours long.
It was a little much.
But yeah, he had a fucking beer. It was like, whoo. Mine wasn't weak either though. Mine was up there too. I think mine was an 8 something. But.
I think we all had. Even Skibby's was up there, wasn't
he? Did 2. Remember, he did 2.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And Skibby doesn't drink.
To start, he did one to start, and then another one halfway through the podcast. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, he's going 2." I felt guilty. I didn't have another one to do because I'm like, "Oh, he's doing 2."
Yeah, and he doesn't drink, so it was like, "Woo, take it easy there, buddy."
He was feeling it. He was feeling good. I don't know how he felt the next day. I didn't talk to him, but
yeah,
he must have been.
I think he only had the 2. I think he only had 2, so he should be okay.
But when you don't drink and you're drinking IPAs like that, that's gonna be rugged. I would feel like shit if I didn't drink and I had 2 of those.
Yeah, one would think.
My head would hurt.
Yeah.
My head would hurt. Yeah. I'd be like, oh.
Like, what was I thinking? Obviously, you weren't. But Skibby did bring up one thing. I don't know if it was in the podcast or not, but one thing that we never continued on was with our pedal boards. He did
bring that up. Yeah.
Was that during the podcast or was it after?
It was. Yeah. No, it was during the podcast.
So we should continue those.
That was part of the goal. Yes, that was originally part of it. Yeah. You pedalboard against pedalboard for the. Yeah. I've definitely thought about it, trying to figure out, but now I can't even remember what I was looking at originally.
Well, you were looking at like a.
I know, but I had a certain one
type.
In mind, but I didn't save it, so I have no idea what it was.
Well, I went back.
I was like, "Oh, this looks good," and I'd never saved it.
I went back on like the pedals that I had set aside. Like I did like an Amazon list. And it was
you did a wish list?
Yeah, and it was like, all right, now I want this one, this one. Well, half of the ones that I had in there, they don't make anymore because that's how those cheap pedals work. It's like, they're fly by night, companies. Like one day they're there and
sorry,
your pedal's gone away from here.
That's the thing, the company's like, "Oh, this ain't selling, let's go."
Which I can't understand how they wouldn't sell. They're like $20. $20.
Yeah.
For a freaking guitar pedal. Like, that's stupidly cheap.
I mean, even Amazon Basics sells guitar pedals, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I wonder how those are. They got to be similar to the ones I'm looking at.
I heard they're pretty good. I've seen some YouTube videos on the Amazon pedals, and they're actually not bad, but I don't think they're anything to write home about, but they do have fuzz pedals and like a reverb and a delay and a chorus and a...
Yeah, I mean, well, the whole reason behind it was because can you buy like cheap pedals and have them sound good? Is it a viable, setup for guitar rigs and shit? And
here's the thing, though, I'm going to say about pedals. So effects, so to speak. People are snobby about effects, right?
Oh, yeah.
They go, oh, it's, I don't think that sounds good. Like, to me, personally, a reverb is a fucking reverb, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not really picky about it.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy picky about it. There's certain ideas of reverb I like.
Yeah.
Like have it be a certain like shimmery effect or like a nice
Yeah.
drawn out reverb or something like that. And some things can't pull that off without it sounding good.
Hmm.
But for like, if you're looking for just like a plate reverb or a spring,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
you
not a
can
fan of
usually find
spring.
anything
Yeah.
that sounds good like that. 'Cause
No,
they-
and like you said, like I've heard cheap shit reverb sound
yeah,
pretty goddamn good in comparison to like more expensive reverbs. And it's like, when you start looking at the prices and stuff, like you look like
Yeah.
at a Big Sky.
yeah, like a Strymon,
Yeah.
a big guy, yeah.
You look at the price of that
$5
friggin' thing.
for a
Right.
pedal.
I've heard
Yeah.
pedals that are shit, $50 sound pretty goddamn good. So it's like, all right, is it worth spending that extra $450 or,
Exactly.
you got to kind of weigh it out. You're like,
I think it's getting snobby at that point because you know what, especially
is.
if you're playing out live.
oh, all right, that sip was bad. Sorry.
That sat there too long. The temperature fluctuation made it not
Oh.
so good.
Wow. Yeah, what the hell was that? All right, anyways, you were saying, Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, you can, like, especially in a live situation where you're going to be using a reverb pedal. How many
one's gonna
people in that
notice.
crowd are going to go, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, he's using
No
a big
one's
sky"?
gonna
It's like,
notice.
no, you're not going to fucking know.
Nope. The only way you'd know, like recording, I could see like using
Yes.
more expensive shit for recording. But if for playing out, why? And then why the hell would you want to
gives
like?
you reverb? Nobody cares.
Yeah, I got this awesome pedal board. It's about like $3,000, $4,000 worth of pedals, and I'm gonna bring it out and gig it out and like drag it everywhere and have it fall down flights of stairs and get mud all over it and shit. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather just buy
That's
the
what I'm saying.
cheapies
Like
and-
you buying the cheap pedals for the BGI pedal board. It's like
yeah.
that could be fucking gig worthy, and people would not even have a clue that it was not fucking expensive. It's like, oh no, I paid what was the cap we set for how expensive the pedal board was?
I set it at $200. So
Yeah, it was 200.
But
I thought it was
then-
like 150 or 200 or something like that.
yeah, but then we were talking about because you couldn't find a modeler for.
We were going like what, 300?
I think 250 was the last
250,
we went
okay.
for.
Yeah, because the one I found was not $200. It was like
Yeah, it was like 225 or something.
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
229, something like that. I
Yeah.
was like, I can't do it for that cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we jumped it up to 250. Like,
Yeah.
which really 250.
I got to do
that's-
that. I got to do it because yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what I've spent so far. It wasn't probably $100.
I'm saying you had it pretty minimal. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, this one was 30. This one was like,
Yeah,
how many pedals do you have?
I only
3?
have 2 pedals,
Okay.
but I had bought the power supply
Yeah.
because you have to have a power supply for your pedal board.
Yeah.
And one of the pedals was $50. Like, woo. But that's
What
like
pedal was that? What one was that? Was that a reverb?
It's a reverb and a delay.
Oh, okay, it's a combination.
So it's like a 2-in-1. So
Yeah.
like, hell, that's worth the $50. Get 2 pedals in one. Fuck yeah. And it does sound pretty good. I was shocked. I screwed around with it. Like,
Does it really sound good, or is it just like, it's
you got to tweak it.
what you expect?
You got to mess around. The only thing I don't like, you can find settings that sound really good. It's like, wow, that sounds fucking awesome. But then when you're trying to dial it in for other things, it's like, so it's
It's like, yeah, it's not that good.
it's okay, but I'd rather be using this. Or
Yeah.
and then the other one that I bought was the I think it was like $30. It's that clone. It's like a mini.
That's what my brain was thinking. I was like, I swear you bought something that had to do with a clon.
Yep.
So yeah.
And that actually,
Okay.
that sounds pretty fucking good. It's surprising, yeah, for the size of it and how cheap it was. Like, that's not
You've run
bad.
this through your VHT. You've run this through your VHT.
I ran it through my VHT and my Black Star. I haven't run it through a solid state. I'm gonna run it through a solid state amp and see what it sounds like. Just
Yeah.
because it does make a difference. You know, and you want
That's
like
crazy.
a pedal board. You know, I'm looking at like build a pedal board you can use on anything.
But see, I'm looking at this like, I'm like, I'm gonna buy this like pedal, this digital amp model, and I'm like, it's gonna be a fucking paperweight. after we,
You
after we
never
tested
know.
it, I'm like,
You
I'm never
never
gonna use the
know.
damn thing. I have a fucking Helix right here at my feet. Right here.
You never know.
I'm stepping on it. Can you hear the clickies?
I did hear one click. Yeah.
Like I'm standing on that. It's like that's the most expensive damn pedal I've ever bought in my life.
Yeah.
But it's like, what am I gonna use with some $229 fucking?
Who knows, man? You might end up
Yeah.
you might like use it and be like, wow, this
Just
thing is
leaving it on my desk, like, oh fuck my
this
Helix.
thing,
I'm gonna
this
use
thing
this
is
thing.
amazing.
Yeah,
I don't really see that
Yeah.
happening, but
it's got a drum machine built in and everything.
Yeah.
This thing is amazing. Yeah.
boom.
Did you ever see that video? You just made me think of it. That video of that band, the Gorillas.
Yeah,
He brings out this like keyboard. It's like a Casio or something.
like an old school Casio. Or...
Yeah, he hits like rock one. It goes boom, dun, dun, boom, dun, boom, dun, dun.
and there it is.
He wrote that song.
Listening to that.
The whole song is just that one piece.
Yeah,
If you listen to I'm happy, I'm feeling glad I got
Yeah.
sunshine.
it's just that
The-
cheap Casio.
It's just that one groove. That's it.
That's funny.
He didn't change a thing.
Yeah.
And that song was like made, it went double platinum. I don't even know how long.
Jesus.
It was just, he goes, yeah, it was rock one preset. He goes, I hit it and hit play. And
Yeah.
he goes, I just started singing over it. And it was like, fucking huge hit on MTV. It's like, what the hell, dude?
Seriously?
That's crazy.
We spend months writing songs and
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
He hits fucking rock one play on a fucking Casio keyboard, and that's what you get.
Well, is it Phil Collins or is it Genesis? I can
Ooh.
feel it coming in the air tonight. That song.
That was Phil Collins.
It was
No.
Phil Collins. Oh,
Was it Genesis?
I can't remember if that was still Genesis.
I think that
or
was
if
just
it
Phil Collins. I think that was just Phil Collins. Yeah.
But that song, like that weird like
Is In the Air Tonight Genesis or Phil Collins? I have to ask. I'm gonna love talking to you. In the Air Tonight is the debut solo single by English drummer and singer
Okay,
songwriter
Phil
Phil
Collins,
Collins.
yeah.
So it was the first song he released as a solo artist.
okay.
There we go.
That song, the drums that are in the verses and stuff, that's the drum
Yeah.
machine. Oh, I used to know what model it was.
Oh, the boom, da, boom, boom, da.
Yeah, yeah. That's like
It's
an
a little
old
rumba
school
kinda beat.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
an old school '80s friggin' drum machine, right? And they were dirt cheap way back when. They were stupidly cheap. Now, if you fucking try to buy one, yeah, you're gonna spend
I know what you're talking
500-600
about. I think
fucking
my
bucks.
dad had one. I think my dad
Yeah,
had one.
they're huge. They're like fucking they're monsters.
It was a
thing.
giant box.
Yeah,
I
they have like
remember.
push buttons, and like bunk, like almost
Yeah,
like
yeah.
almost like you're fucking with an old school 8-track friggin' cassette player. It's like ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Yeah. I pushed it in, but it never released. What the hell?
Ah, god damn it, it's stuck. Yeah. Well, you get the
I have no
ones
hi-hats
you get the
now.
ones that won't stick, so you like stick a toothpick in it to hold the button in.
Yeah.
First world.
My dad
problems.
had, I can't remember what it was. My dad had this cool drum module. It was like and you could like, it would like record like the whole song tracks for you, but it had like a 4-track like kind of thing on it. So you could go like bass, just do the bass by itself,
Yeah.
and then go to the next one and put the snare in where it should be, and then put the hi-hats in
Yeah.
it, and then you could go to the next section,
Yeah.
which would be like, okay, here's the intro, here's the verse, here's the chorus. It was a cool Drum. thing. I can't remember who made it, but it was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, there was
It came with
few
a
of
separate
them.
floor pedal, right? You could hit the floor pedal
Was it a
and
Boss?
cue up the changes.
Was it a Boss?
It might have been a Boss.
Yeah.
I remember it was gray, but it was a great.
What did
great
Boss
friggin'
have?
setup.
Was it Dr. Rhythm or
That's it. That's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to
You
have
could
one
buy a
of those.
separate expression pedal.
Yes. Yep.
Where you could like cue up the verse,
Yeah,
chorus
I
part.
had one. Yeah, I did have one
You
of
could do a
those.
fill. You could
Yeah.
put the fill and make it. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I had one of the. I didn't have the pedal, but I remember having a plug to plug a pedal in, like an expression
Yeah.
pedal or something into it.
Yeah, he bought the pedal too, and I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was like, this thing is awesome.
Yeah.
You know? You could add bass lines in it too. I remember.
Yes. Yep.
You could
Yeah, it
go
was
with the little
Dr.
pads, you go,
Rhythm.
dum, dum, dum,
Yeah.
dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, I think you could like select keys, like select what key the
Good.
song was in, and yeah.
The bass would play. You could do like the scale flat and sharps and regular. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, we did like all kinds of cover songs on that thing, and it worked.
Oh yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
fuck
what
yeah.
the hell, man?
Yeah.
We were playing like all along the Watchtower and shit. I was like, dum, 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 dum,
Yeah.
dum, 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 dum. You know, it's like it worked. It was pretty cool. I kind of want to get one of those now. I think about it because that was really cool. I don't know how much they go for now, but
Oh, who knows? The old
they
school
weren't that
stuff.
crazy expensive.
No,
I
they
mean,
were
this
stupid
wasn't
cheap.
that long ago. This was the newer one, so it only probably came out about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. But yeah, that was cool. I
Yeah.
remember that thing. That was really awesome.
Yeah, they had some cool stuff. Like I do miss those days. Like I see, like sometimes every once in a while, like on Marketplace and stuff, you see people selling the old digital recorders, the all-in-one, like you know,
like,
the
the
mixers
big
and
mixing boards with the
like the
CD
roll-ins
that
and shit
burns.
like that. Oh man, and it's like,
It
you know
burns
what?
itself and the CD pops out. I
Like,
kind of want to
I
get one
miss
of those.
those friggin' days of just plugging into the fucking thing and just recording your shit instead of like, you know, interfaces and all sorts of
Yeah.
shit, and then you fucking with software and trying to get shit, and it's and it, you know,
The thing is, some of those sounded great too. They sounded
oh fuck
awesome.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
And you had like what? I mean, like you could get like the bigger ones that had like what, like
Oh, you could
16,
get-
18 tracks
yeah.
on them.
and then
And they had the burner in it, so like you could instantly mix down and like boom, here comes
Yeah.
your CD, and it was like, wow, that's awesome how you could do it all.
shit.
at
I
once
want to
like that.
say that Roland had like 24 track,
Yeah,
and then you could bounce shit down, so you'd end up having like more tracks, and
yeah,
they were just so fun to use.
kind of
and
want to
just-
own one of those too, actually, because those
Yeah.
are really cool.
And then the
You
old,
get that old school sound. You just got, you know.
I like the old ADATs. They used like a fucking,
Oh, yeah,
almost
yeah,
like
yeah.
a VHS tape, but it was like a
Yeah, it was
reel
like-
to reel, so it still had that analog warmth to it.
You went walking slightly again. It's like, you know,
Did I?
just-
What did I say? It was
I went reel to reel.
it was reel to reel.
The way you said it, I'm like, every podcast we have a walk-in that comes out.
I don't know.
It
It's
was
just
like
the
reel
way
to
I-
reel.
yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
It's the way
Reel
I
to
say
reel.
some of this stuff. I don't know why I say it that
sorry.
way.
I'm
Like
sorry.
I used,
hate
and
that.
that's actually funny because like I used to say stuff every once in a while, and I don't know where the fuck it came from. Obviously, I'm from America, and but every once in a while I would say something that would like have like a Scottish accent to it, and like, and I'd be like, why the fuck? What the fuck was that? And it's like I
just
have
went,
no
"Ugh."
idea why the hell I said
He
it
had
like
a
that.
in his voice when he. Yeah. I was going fishing and I had a worm. I mean,
Yeah, what?
picked up a worm. A worm. But it's too funny. But we were saying, I'm sorry. I had,
Yeah,
It made me laugh.
It's a walk.
Reel
It was
to
a
reel.
walk. It was a walking moment.
But no, you're talking about those. Yeah, the ADATs. They look like
Yeah,
they were
like
basically
they look like a
miniature-
VHS tape.
Yeah,
That's-
miniature VHS tape.
That's what they look like. It's like the fuck
I
is
never
that?
experienced using them. I mean, I saw people that did, but I never used them personally. But
Most of the album that's on Spotify, most of that's done on ADAT.
wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Like,
Hank never found
holy
those, by the way.
fuck. No, I
He didn't, he didn't have them. Yeah, he must not have the copies of it.
Yeah.
But
Good old ADATs. And then we were going to record in a studio that actually had, I think
like reel to reel.
it was a
actually?
full blown Otari. I think it's
Oh,
Otari.
I've heard of it. Yeah,
And it was the like 2.5 or whatever inch reel to
Yeah,
reel. He
like
bought
Metallica recorded the Black Album on.
no the unit that he actually had was one that Metallica used.
Oh, it was probably at 1x1 Studios or 1-to-1 Studios.
So
Yeah.
he had that unit.
That's
and fucking.
expensive. Good God.
We started pricing
Tape
out
is expensive.
the tapes. The tapes were $180 a reel, and we needed like 4 or something like that. It's like
Yeah.
holy fuck, and that's just
And then
for the
you
tape.
start cutting, and then you splice it. It's like fuck yeah, it gets super
Yep.
expensive.
Yeah, but the way he was doing it, he would do the raw recordings on the reel to reel, and then end up putting them down digital afterwards, and then editing them. And he's like, but don't you lose the? Wouldn't you lose the warmth, the point of having a reel to reel? Because reel to reel definitely had a different. There was a different tone to it. You could definitely hear that. Like I don't know, if you listen to old school stuff, you can.
Oh, there's definitely a difference.
Yeah. Because I remember I used to bitch like when MP3 started coming out, and a lot of people couldn't hear what I was bitching about until I brought it. You know, when I said no, listen to it. It has like this weird like. Like, what are you talking about? And then everybody be like, "Oh my god, it does." It's like I never even noticed that before, and it's like in the MP3, digital always has this. Well, it sounds digital to me when I hear it. I can hear that like. You know, even though it might sound good, it just doesn't. It doesn't have that same sound as
There's a difference to it.
Yeah. Granted,
on that note,
MP3 has gotten a lot better. Well, you might want to go to the bathroom before you do that, and
I might do it right here.
But fuck it.
The reason we started, I'm looking at the time, and I was like, wait, we were going a little bit before we got shut off, and I'm looking like, I was like, we're probably at like 40, 50.
We're
I gotta pee.
We're right there. Yeah, this is definitely pee break. Pee break.
But I'm actually interested in what we're talking about because the difference between analog and digital is actually a good point because it's very true.
Yeah, there is
I hear it too. I definitely hear the difference.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
analog has a. Yeah, we'll
this.
talk about that. Yeah. Let's take the pee break. We're gonna take a pee break. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm old.
We're gonna burb. The pod burb.
We'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
we came right back into this thing. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
right back. Sorry about that, guys. I was gonna lose my bowels.
Yeah, I
had to
didn't.
go.
No, like you said, I didn't even think of it. I was looking at like, oh no, we're only at like a half an hour. That's weird.
Well, we went
And
like
then I
around
looked,
10,
I'm like,
15 minutes before.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I was interested in what we were talking about though before I had to pee.
Mm.
But you were talking about almost recording on the bigger tape. that
Yeah. I can't remember.
Metallica used.
What is it? 2.5? I think. I wanted to say 2.5, so that's what I'm gonna go with. That was like the first number that came to my. It was like boom, 2.5, but maybe it's 2.25.
Okay.
But yeah, it's over two, or maybe it's.
It was 2.25 inch. It was 2.25 inch. It
was it 2.25? Yeah,
Yes.
it was the big fuckers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
But they're expensive, and I remember there was a DVD by Joe Satriani
yeah.
that came out years ago, and he was talking about how he did his first album.
Are you talking about with
It was on
the bloody hands? Is that what
yes,
yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
the bloody hands.
These
The
are the bloody hands. Yeah. Where you
But
had
he
to
was
like
talking about
splice
having to
it
dig
together.
tape out of the garbage
Yeah.
because he couldn't afford
To finish the fade
any more
out.
tape.
Yeah, to finish a fade out of a song.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
razor blade and cutting these little
Yeah.
pieces of tape and taping them together. And it's like I could imagine a scenario like that happening because it's like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
if you're out of money and it's like, do you have any friggin' tape that somebody that did have money like left over in the garbage somewhere? We're gonna use that. I don't care, but it's like I could imagine that being me. I'd be like, I don't have any more money.
I used to do well, I had an 8-track reel to reel that I would do multi-track recording on. And it was the
Right.
same thing. You had to splice tape together like to do shit, and it was kind of a pain in the ass, but I don't know, just I don't know.
It's
And that one was more of a pain in the ass because I just went walking on that, didn't I? I just caught myself. That one.
sorry.
And that one was more of a.
I wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I caught myself doing it.
You're gonna love it when you mentally go, "Oh, I went walking." It's the room." No, sorry.
Well, the thing that sucked with that is when you're doing so many tracks on like a such a. Now I'm like sitting there like
You're
listening
trying to
to
catch
myself
Yeah.
on just yeah, I don't remember what my 8-track was. I want to say that was, geez, that wasn't very thick, maybe quarter. That might have been 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
But you do so many tracks and then you get bleed through.
Yeah.
So when you try to like eliminate something, it's like, oh, if you're listening, you can still hear like a track bleeding onto another track, and it was kind of a pain in the ass, but it definitely had like its own. It's the only way I can describe it is warmth. Like it has this warm. Stop! You're listening.
I'm just fucking with you. No, I was trying to make you paranoid. But,
Well, you made me paranoid.
no. Speaking of like bleed throughs, it's not the same thing, but like when they used to use VHS tapes for like closed circuit television security cameras, whatever, like like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this old footage that popped up of people saying, "Oh, I see a ghost."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, you're not actually seeing a ghost. You're actually seeing
bleed
tape.
through from
Yeah, it's a bleed through of another piece of footage
Yep.
of the same place, but you're seeing.
Yeah.
It's not a ghost. It's just it came through from who knows how long ago the footage was.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You could hear
It's like
audio
it's
coming through.
It's not a ghost. It was 3 weeks
I
ago
would
when we
walk into
recorded
it.
you fucking dancing.
I wouldn't walk into. It's audio coming through.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
It's through. It came through.
Welcome to the Walk-In Podcast.
That's what happens when you vape and smoke. Your voice goes, is a through.
Through.
When you talk too much, you get out of breath and you go,
trying to push out that last little bit.
yeah, through.
Oh.
But yeah, with digital though, you can definitely hear. I mean, it's not perfect, but you can definitely hear artifacts.
You can hear. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I don't even know how to.
You don't get the warmth that you do off of tape.
Right. You don't
or
get that.
records.
I don't know how can you explain it? Like you don't get that like a natural feel from digital.
There's a weird EQ thing that happens too with digital as opposed to like analog recording.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get, well, I think I already said the kind of the warmth that you get from analog.
Yeah.
But there's also something else that's missing. There's like a sub frequency there that's not, unless you have a really good engineer that knows how to put that shit in there, you're not going to really get it.
Yeah.
I don't think out of digital.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's almost the same thing as like, with like guitar pedals, which I've always felt not so much for your effects and stuff like that, like reverbs and delays and shit like that.
Yeah.
Digital's awesome.
Yeah.
But for distortions, I've never, well, I shouldn't say I'd never liked digital distortion, but you can definitely notice a difference between analog distortion and a digital distortion. And it's the same thing. It has like this weird, like the only way I can describe it is a warmth to it.
What do you categorize as a analog distortion and a digital distortion? What's analog distortion to you? Like, how do you mean?
Analog distortions use diodes to how do I explain this? Like the signal, they amplify the signal. They they're using diodes to create the distortion, and what they're doing is they drive the diode.
They're overdriving the
diode to create like this distortion. So it has like it's like a warmth to it.
Do you think a lot of modern amps, as opposed to older ones, are using, whether we know it or not using the diode kind of aspect? I mean, it is digital in a way.
A lot of them are, yeah. Yeah.
So that distortion you're hearing coming out of that tube amplifier that might be new.
Well, do
you think it's actually created by diodes, or is it created by some kind of digital
That's different
processing?
because of the tubes will give it like this almost like the analog sound. So, well, the circuitry would still be analog going into the tubes. So tube amps are pretty much analog.
Does your VHD have a distortion channel? Is that clean?
No, it has a distortion channel, multiple distortion channels. And those all that's in there is resistors and diodes and yeah.
Okay. Because I'm wondering about a lot of that. It's like, I don't know if they're doing the same thing nowadays. You know, like if you buy a new Mesa nowadays,
it's still what you'd consider analog. Digital is pretty much like if they use chips.
Exactly, but unless you pulled the fucking thing apart and you went, wait.
True.
Is there
if
a chip in there that's creating that fucking channel?
Yeah, if you opened it up and checked it out.
I think that a lot of that is what's happening nowadays.
I don't know. I haven't had any new amps opened
exactly.
up.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like I'd like to pull apart like a Rivera or something and see if there's a fucking chip in there.
Rivera, I guarantee, is analog. Usually most of your higher end stuff is all analog.
I don't know. I think they're sneaking people.
Well, I mean, it depends. If they're mass produced, there's a good chance.
Do it that way.
Right. There's a good chance they might be, but I don't know how that would work.
It's like, hey, we can't pull off this distortion analog wise, so let's put in a chip and make it.
Oh, analog distortion's so easy to do. It's so easy. I think it's easier doing analog than it is to fucking do digital.
I mean, I've never been, like, my whole life, I've never really got into amplifiers. You know, I was never into it. Everything I've always had has been digital.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a young dude, but I never owned anything that was. The only thing I owned that was analog was a Laney.
Yeah.
But
a lot of your old school distortion pedals and everything, those are analog. Like the Boss DS1, that's analog.
Like I never used floor both floor pedals. I never
Yeah.
used boxes.
But even most
ever.
of your like solid state amps, they're preamp channels and stuff. Everything going into them is analog, but you're just going into a solid state amplifier.
Yeah. It's funny. I think back to that now. The only 2 amps that I ever played through that were actually considered analog was a Crate.
Yeah.
Triple lead or triple solo. I can't even remember what it was.
Oh Christ, I don't know.
It was like an 80s.
They had a bunch. Yeah, they had a bunch of friggin'.
My
Crate
buddy
used to
had
make
that,
some
and
nice
I loved
amps.
it.
Yeah.
I loved that amp.
Crate.
My buddy had it. And I loved it.
I used to love Crate.
I still want one.
solid
I kind of want to buy one because they're super cheap now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a super. It's not a super lead, but it's something like that. But it had like 3 channels, and it was fucking sounded awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you wanted to go for that 80s death metal.
Oh yeah.
Sound. It had this like wicked saturated like sound to it. I'm like, man, this thing is great.
Yeah, Crate was great for that. They were fucking. They had some. I had. Christ, I probably owned at least 3 Crate amps, and they just in their fucking chorus that they put in their amps was so fucking good. Like I don't know.
Chuck from Death played a Crate.
Yeah,
and that chorus you're talking about, he was fond of. He loved it because he used it in like every solo he had.
It was really good.
It had this like weird saturated chorus, and it was like, wow, that was really good sounding.
And especially for a cheap amp, they weren't that expensive. It's like
no,
but they sounded
still
great.
Not.
Nope.
I think I found that amp that I was just talking about for like $300.
What was for
the head?
PV
and the cab.
PV,
I was like, what?
PV also had one that was like a stereo chorus. It was a combo amp, 212. I don't remember the model, but it was a PV, and it was the same thing. It was a solid state amp, and it sounded great. It was like,
yeah, it's crazy how. I think maybe it's a nostalgia thing. I don't know if it's how good it would sound now if I had it in my living room. I don't know if I'd be like, oh, it's not as good as I remember that sounding. Yeah.
Well, I was just talking to my wife about. I used to run my rig years ago was all racks. Like
you just randomly talk to your wife about this shit.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
she listens.
Oh yeah. Well, I was talking about
what was the context out of curiosity?
I used to use all Rockman, so I use the Rockman, the half racks. So I had shit tons of Rockman stuff, and then a power amp, a solid state power amp, into a 412 cab. Well, my Rockman racks back then, they were $50-$60 for the half racks. They were super fucking cheap. The same exact racks used, because they haven't sold them in years.
Yeah,
used $500-$600 fucking bucks for a half rack.
Yeah,
it's like now everybody wants that tone again. It was like, why would you want that tone again? It wasn't that good back then. I don't. But if you wanted to sound like Tom Schultz from Boston, nailed it. I mean, because that was
more than a feeling.
Well, it was SRD, Schultz Research and Development. It was his company that made all the Rockman stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, if you wanted to sound like him,
aren't you selling one on Facebook Marketplace?
A Rockman? No, I don't have any more Rockman stuff.
What were you selling on Facebook?
Oh Jesus, I have no idea. I was selling a bunch of my old pedal stuff.
No, you had a rack mounted thing that you were trying to sell.
Oh, Rocktron.
Okay, Rocktron. That's what my brain went.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Rocktron.
different.
Yeah, you had a Rocktron thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christ, I still have some old shit that I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do. I have an old Lexicon pedal, like a MIDI controller pedal.
Yeah.
That is sitting in a fucking case that I haven't used in holy shit, I don't even know how long.
Does it have a USB?
No, fuck no. This is like before USB. Oh. This is fucking old. It's MIDI. But that's it.
No, I was just kidding. But Yeah, a lot of. I mean, I love that shit because you don't see anybody obviously using that stuff anymore.
No.
Because it's so much easier not to use that kind of stuff.
It really is. Yeah.
But you also got to look at there was not a lot of fails that happened with those kind of setups back then because there wasn't anything computerized to go, oh,
And shit itself.
this is shit out. Yeah, it's like this computer just crashed. It's like, oh fuck, now I'm screwed.
Yeah, the biggest thing you had back then, especially if you had a pedal board, is like, oh, this battery died.
Yeah. The 9-volt quit on this pedal.
Yep.
Shit. Yeah, it's like
Which that brings up another fucking thing too.
9 volts
When
in
I
pedals.
when I had my old pedal board, I had some that were plugged in, and then I had some that I would only run. I had some that were only run on batteries because there was a tone difference. When you plugged them in, they didn't sound the same as they did with the battery.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Is that a superstition thing? Is
No,
that true?
the God's honest truth. And I'm trying to
So come
remember.
on, the tone sucks, man. I don't have a battery in it. It sounds like you're
I'm
just
trying to
being
remember what the
picky.
fuck pedal.
Is that true?
I'm dead serious. Dead serious. It sounded better with the battery.
Really?
What the fuck pedal was it?
It's like I'm giving it 12 volts now instead of 9. It sounds like shit.
It was probably like an old MXR or one of those. Like it just sounded better with a battery than
You
it
just
did
had
with
to have a
fucking-
9 volt in it.
Yeah. Yeah, when you plugged it in, it was like, oh man, it sounds digitally.
The battery has to be almost dead, or else it sounds like
I need batteries at 50% or less.
Hey, take that battery out of that smoke alarm, man. I want to put it in here.
And then hold it on your tongue for a while. I need it to drain down.
Make sure the tinging on your tongue goes like, gets mellows out before I put it in this pedal.
Let me see this, you amateur.
Cunnilingus to a friggin' 9-volt battery.
Hey, somebody was happy.
Right. Anybody else feel this tingles? Man, why did we do that as children? Really? I mean, that couldn't have been safe.
I don't know. We didn't have a lot. We didn't have like all the video game systems they have.
That couldn't have been
now.
safe though. Why are you?
No, guaranteed
that
it wasn't
weird
safe.
thing on your tongue is not normal, right?
No, it tasted like metal. It was all bad.
And it kind of burned. It was
Yeah.
like, what the hell? We're lucky we're not dead.
Scotty.5 still fucking tests 9 volts that way.
He still puts his
Oh
tongue.
yeah, yeah.
I still do it too.
He's like, let me see it. He's like, oh, that one's got a lot of juice left. Like,
You know what? It burns. So you're like, okay, there you go.
It's like I have like a battery meter here. I can just go boop, fucking check in.
I still do that. I'm not even kidding. I still do it too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so it's dead? No, it's still good. It's
It's
still
like,
got some power.
oh, that one's really good.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
like brand new.
Yeah. I connected both points on that one. Oh,
Jesus. I can taste
true.
my I can taste my fillings.
I don't think my kids have ever tried that. Now I gotta do that.
I know my kids haven't done it.
You got to do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
There's a good video for TikTok.
Okay, stick your tongue.
Pick this 9-volt and go.
I'll get a brand new one, so it's got a nice good jolt to
Yeah.
it.
Did you see the TikTok video of my wife? Did you see that? I posted.
Oh, I did. Yeah. What was it?
The soap and lollipop challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't finish it though. Did she actually end up licking the soap?
Did
Or...
Yeah. I was trying to fuck with her. I was like, lick the lollipop. Yeah. Smell the soap. Lick the lollipop.
Yep.
And she went, and got that soap. She's like, like, I got a good on that. I tried both my kids before I filmed that one. My kids did not fall for it at all. I tried.
Really? Oh
Like,
man.
nope, they're just like, oh yeah, smell the soap, lick the lollipop, smell the soap, lick the lollipop, smell. I was like, no.
Yeah.
My wife did it. Yeah, she like she had this nasty lava.
Did you
soap,
switch
too.
it up
I
and
don't
say, "Smell the lollipop, lick the soap"?
know. Yeah, yeah.
Like what?
I was like, lick the soap. That's when I got her. I was like, lick the soap. She's like, what? I was like, oh god, that was nasty. Yeah, she was like gagging.
Oh
funny.
shit! Now she's gonna go blind. She's gonna be like Ralphie on A Christmas Story. I got soap poisoning. Don't you
So pointless. Right. Yeah. The things we do for views. Good God.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's pretty sad, actually, now you think about it.
If you look at it that way, yeah.
So getting to post stuff so people like me.
What?
Man, we do this every
I didn't get any
Friday, hoping
likes.
people like us.
Yeah, it still hasn't fucking worked. Jesus Christ. People still don't like us.
I'm still keeping hopes.
Wow.
It's coming. Episode 100. We're gonna
There we
see
go.
something happen.
Yep, fucking right. No, it comes down to we'd be doing this anyways. So it's like whether
That's
we
what
were
this
actually,
is. I mean,
yeah.
this is an archive. That's all. This is an archive.
Well, and this podcast actually started because this is what we did every Friday pretty much anyways. So we just weren't, doing videos.
It's true. Yeah. I mean,
doing
I
a
know we say that
podcast.
a lot, but it is actually true. It's like
Mm.
we do this anyway, so it's like
Oh, yeah.
fucking just record it. Here it is.
Fucking right. Here we are.
I don't know if we've ever
You're
had.
welcome. No.
I don't know if we ever had so in-depth conversations on our not being recorded.
Oh, yeah.
But
We have solved the world's problems many a time
we
over.
really have. It's been a lot of shit talk.
And that's why we started recording. It was like, shit, we should probably record this so we can go back and see how we solved all these problems.
Yeah, I think like we should go definitely more into like more disagreements like we've had without being live. No, I'm just kidding. No. But to bring that in context, people, no, we had nights where we were like fucking, we'd start talking about something and be like, oh, I fucking disagree. I really do. Like, oh, just sorry. Wasn't always sunshine and roses. Just like, oh, wait, no, fucking, oh, well, why do you think that way, huh? Have you fucking done your
It's
research?
like, what
Have
the
you?
fuck? Have you look this up? I'm going to Google it. I can't type. I can't, because usually that was like the end of the night, fucking hammered.
That'd be my wife,
can't
like
type.
fucking. That'd be my wife coming out at like 3 a.m. going, "What the fuck are you yelling about?" I'm like, no, we're just fucking
Not
debating
yelling, we're just talking.
about talking, but I got tears in my eyes. No, not that bad, but yeah, it's pretty funny. But
No, we'll have to get back to the pedal boards and
definitely get back to the pedal boards. I gotta look again, see if there's anything that's changed in the market. See if there's
it's all changed.
a different pedal board.
Yeah.
Speaking of pedal boards, I'm gonna go back into the Helix that I have.
Yeah.
This is the biggest flex I've ever seen from a company ever. So NAMM was going on this year.
Yeah.
NAMM 2025. And everybody's like, oh, here's our new tech. Here's our new tech. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You know what Line 6 did?
What?
They brought the Helix again.
Again?
The same one that's been out 10 years.
Like, we don't have to do anything.
Like, we're confident. Like,
yeah.
here it is. And they did demos of it and everything. Like, it's just came out.
Okay.
I thought that was really impressive by them, because they were like, oh, well, the patch we just released, a couple months ago is a complete revamp of the pedal, which it actually is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like if you bought this 10 years ago, it's not the same pedal. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Like, we've changed the whole engine. We've changed the whole fucking speaker system, the IRs, everything is all different. And I just thought that was a good flex on their part to go, yeah, we're bringing the same pedal again this year.
When you think about it, when you have those pedals, I mean, they're just buttons.
Yeah.
And what's running them is
all chips and
it's
software.
all software. So, I mean,
Exactly.
just change out the software.
Exactly.
I mean,
Which is what they did. They're like,
yeah.
we're confident in our board. Like, our board is flawless. Perfect. And they're like, all we need to do is change the firmware and the software. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's your new pedal board.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need to reinvent.
And you
the
don't have to
design.
go spend
The design is fine. Yeah, it's like
you don't
we
have to
need
go
change
fucking
it.
buy a new board. You don't have to fucking. There it is.
Yeah.
You're good to
I
go.
thought I respected that. I thought they were great for doing that. They're like, no. Everybody's like, where's the Helix 2? And they're like,
Why?
not right now, not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Why?
What's the point? Yeah.
It's like what? So we can put a touch screen on it?
Yeah. Hey, I got
That's
a
all
touch,
about, like,
I got a
that's-
touch screen,
I know.
and it's really
But-
nice.
I know it's nice, but they've done their system the same way where it's almost just as easy. You
Mm.
know, it's to use it, and you know, if you try it, you go, "Oh wow, this is actually way more
Yeah, it's
more
not.
intuitive than you think it is."
Yeah.
You know, you don't miss that, is what I'm saying. But, basically, that's what they said. They're like, "Oh, how are we gonna put out a pedal with a touch screen on it and a different board look? I mean, different pedal look.
Yeah.
Like we'll still do the same damn thing. So the only thing they'd add was a touch screen. So like, what the fuck are we gonna do? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah.
It's like that would be the only upgrade that you'd see. It's like, okay, now you can touch the screen.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, yeah,
And really, like
I find that.
the head rush, my head rush is the same way. Like it's not like when I first bought it. It's totally fucking different from when I first
Right.
bought it. Just
Yeah,
from
they've done a
updates
lot of
and shit
upgrades
they've
on it,
done, and it does have a touch screen. But I will say, Scotty Dot 5's on his third pedal,
Exactly.
and it's all because of the touch screen.
Yeah, they fuck up, right?
Yep, they fuck up.
Yeah.
But that's also Scotty Dot 5's fucking bad luck too. Like we'll buy the same.
He's
We've
had-
done this. We've
You've always
done
told
this
me,
in the
even
fucking
he
past.
told me, he goes, I've had so many fucking
Oh, yeah.
bad luck with shit.
Yeah, that Lexicon pedal that I
Yeah.
was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
He bought one, and all the buttons kept fucking up, and he had to send it back multiple friggin' times. Mine have no bullshit. We did an
Is he
outdoor gig.
abusive or does he play
No.
all the time?
I'm the one that abuses the shit out of my stuff. Like I'll dump beer all over it. I'll fucking in my Lexicon pedal.
He needs to be more aggressive with his
We
shit.
played a gig, and this is no word of a lie. We played a gig outdoors. And my
Oh, I
fucking
haven't heard that
my
phrase in forever,
Lexicon
sorry.
outdoors. And my Lexicon pedal was
No word of a lie. I haven't heard that in fucking a long time.
really.
My mother used to say that. No word of a lie. I have not heard that in a long time. Sorry.
Oh, that part. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No
but-
word of a lie. I haven't heard that in a long time. Go
But
ahead.
my pedal was like caked with mud. You couldn't even see the fucking like
Oh my
what
God.
number, what patch it was on. It was just caked in fucking mud
From what?
from playing outdoors. Like in this, it just got covered in mud because we were on the stage we were on was like level with the ground. It started raining. There was mud everywhere, and I'm fucking like out walking around in
Oh
the
my
mud.
God.
Then I'm stepping on I mean, it was caked. The whole thing was fucking caked.
It sounds
I'm
like nightmare
dumping
fuel.
beers on the fucking thing.
Jesus.
And mine worked like flawless, and it always had. And he fucking had to send his back multiple fucking times, and like
I wonder what that's all about. I wonder why that was.
I
Such
don't know. Especially with my pedals and stuff, I've never fucking been nice to my pedals. Just it's on the ground. It's near my
Maybe
feet. It's
it's because he babies them too much.
I don't know. Because he buys the same, he'll buy like the same exact fucking pedal that I bought. It's like, oh, dude, I
Yeah.
like that. I'm gonna fucking get one. He'll get one, and freaking his ends up failing.
He just
Like,
shits out. Yeah.
but with the head rush, he bought the head rush first.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's not bad. Yeah, I'll pick up. He bought the full blown, the big one, and it was like, you know what? I'll just get the smaller one.
You got the light version. Right?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it's called. Gigs.
I don't remember what they call that version, but
I picked that one up, and it's like, oh, it has all the same effects, all this everything. Like as far as it's the same exact thing. It's just shrunken down.
yeah, it's the same with the Helix. Helix has the Helix floor, and then you have the Helix LT,
Yeah,
which doesn't have the scribble strips.
Yeah.
That say, your patches on.
yeah,
them and all that
yeah,
crap.
yeah. His is the same way. His has these strips that he can fucking put in, like you can program it so
write
it says
what they are and all
yeah.
that shit. Yeah.
Mine doesn't have that shit. Like whatever.
But you don't need it. You don't need that.
No.
But
But
it's cool
his,
to have.
like
You
I
don't
said,
need it.
He's on his third one because the screen's
That's so
kept shitting
sad.
out, and,
That's so fucking.
and I still have the same one that I've had since day one, and my dog's pissed on it. I fucking dumped beers all over it. Like you just got to stop treating shit nicely. And
well, that's the thing. You know, I also noticed with like maybe it could be a problem too with going more high end with shit. Like
yeah,
when you go like my Helix is a 4, so it's the big one, and then you have the LT. It's like that LT is probably more rugged in the long run than the floor.
Yeah,
because there is so much shit to break in the big one.
I would say that
as opposed to the little one.
I would say that's the case, but Scotty.5,
does he have the little one? He had the LT. He
ended up buying. He bought the smaller one just to be able to transport, and that one shit out.
I was trying to justify it, but apparently that's not.
No.
Okay. Jesus, that's bad.
Yeah,
luck.
you know.
He might want to get his house checked for humidity problems or something. Something's fucking.
Yeah.
He needs a dehumidifier in his fucking jam room. Wherever.
I think he just has really bad luck with pedals.
That's horrible. I'd lose my shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He wasn't very happy.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had an issue at all with my Helix, but if I ever did, I mean, it would probably be because of my apartment. That'd probably be why that fucking screwed up, you know, humidity or something. But
the one he has now, he's had for a while. So this one's been working.
He's like, get it right, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I've been through two of them already.
Been working great. And, yeah.
Okay.
But we got Christ. Oh, it's down there. I thought it was right over there. I was going to grab it, but we got 2 of them, the smaller ones here that they work great.
Smaller one, what?
The smaller head rushes.
There's smaller ones?
No, it's all plugged in. I can't pick.
Your regular one.
Yeah, my little it's not
light,
the monster. I don't know what the fuck. Gig board.
Oh, the gig board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now they got the Head Rush Prime, which is totally
that thing sounds fucking really good. But
that one's a capture device.
Yes. Yep.
That one captures.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like, I've looked at those quite a few times. Yeah. I was like,
I don't know. Like,
people like them.
A buddy of mine has a Kemper.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've never liked them, but
he did like my
giant
amp.
Toaster.
He did they're fucking ugly as fuck. But he did like my amp. He did Scott's old, I think it was his old Rivera.
Yeah.
And it's like, it sounds close. It's not the same, but it sounds close. What's that? You like?
Sorry, sound like it? I had to.
It sounded close to the amps. It kind of had. It's like, oh yeah, no, I can recognize.
It's got the character of it. Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
Trucking Baroni, best viewers on. Oh
my God.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
But yeah, so you know.
There we go.
Get out of here.
But yeah, it's. I lost my point because of that fucking pop up. What the hell were we saying?
Oh, talking about Kempers and the capturing the.
Oh yeah, I mean, it sounded like your amp, but it wasn't. Like, what was missing? You think?
It sounded like a digital version of my amp. Like what we were talking about. Like you can kind of hear it's like, all right, well, yeah.
If you're talking about in the room.
In the room.
No, I do. But no, if you're sitting there like standing next to your VHT and you're like, and you're playing.
Yeah. And
he captured it.
Yep.
What was he going through when he captured it and when you played it?
No, those things work weird. They fucking they Oh, how the hell did that work?
Well, you got to like go out of the
It like
send return, right? Into
I think you go into the amp
Yeah,
and
bro.
then it plays like pink noise
yeah, it does
or
makes
white
all kinds of
noise,
pings.
white
It
noise.
sounds like
pink
dial up
noise.
from the freaking 1990s.
Yeah, and then it captures that.
Beep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
And it captures that.
hmm
So it's kind of like, all right, you know.
But where did you hear your amp played from after he captured it? What were you listening to?
Oh, he used his amp through a 412.
The Kemper through a 412?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it like I said, it sounded similar. Like if you were doing a live show, no one's gonna fucking notice
You wouldn't
it.
know.
But
Yeah,
then again,
right,
I mean,
you
if you're
wouldn't
playing a live show, you could use a different amp. You don't have to use, you know what I mean? Like
know. Right. They're not going to recognize your amp.
I mean, you can come up with something similar and it's good enough. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, what was it? Was it Mick Mars that used to play through a fucking like 25-watt Fender amp that was backstage? Like, you know, and he had all these stacks set up and it's like, that's not where the sound is coming from. It's coming from a Fender.
It sounds like
25-watt.
He's playing through a little Marshall 50-watt. No, he's got all these fucking huge fucking stacks.
Oh,
of
yeah.
It's like you're playing through one Marshall 50-watt amplifier. That's what you're playing through.
Yeah, I learned that years ago with we did shows with it was a Kiss cover band, Destroyer.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, and they had all the fucking
I saw you
Marshall
guys.
stacks. Like
I saw you guys. Did you open for him?
yeah.
The Falls?
I think we did the Falls. We did like a couple different shows with them.
There was one at the Falls where it was you and Destroyer.
Yeah. But they had
And I
like
was
all
like-
the stacks.
Yeah, oh yeah, they had it all pretty looking. Yeah,
But those stacks, those are empty cabinets that they use
they're
to
all
pack
just
their shit up.
box fucking
Yeah.
shit.
They you know, end of the night, they flip them over and fucking throw all their shit in them, and they had a cover over it. It's like,
Yeah,
there's
just
nothing in
empty,
them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have a picture like when that Generation X show that we were at.
Yeah.
I have a picture where I went on stage where I did the VIP tour.
Yeah.
And they had all of Malmsteen's amps up there.
Yeah.
And I took a picture and I realized that none of the cabs there have any fucking speakers in them. It's just a hollow hole.
Yeah.
There's nothing in them. They're just fucking fake.
Yeah.
And all those amps, the only thing that they did was light. The switch has a light on it. The
And
power
this,
switch.
yeah. It's
But
not
they're
even
not
using
hooked
the
to
amps.
anything.
Yeah.
So he has this like switch. He must have to put like a 9-volt battery in to get the light to light up on all
Yeah.
of them. But I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, this guy has nothing in all these amps. You know?
Yeah.
And he's got one little tiny amp that he's playing through for backstage. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
The big stacks and stuff. It's just for appearance. It's for, you know, it's to make kids go out and buy full stacks.
Yeah. They're like, oh my God, I need four full stacks to fucking
Yeah.
sound like that. I'm like, no.
I fell for it years
You
ago.
do.
You know, I was like, yeah,
Everybody
I need that.
did. Everybody did. I need a stacks. Like, actually, you
You
don't.
really don't. Well, I always played out with a half stack, and I'll tell you, I will.
You don't.
I won't do it again. Fuck that. I'm tired of
You
that
don't.
lugging that fucking shit up and down stairs, and the shit's
Yeah.
heavy. It is
Now,
heavy.
see, my only thing about like digital things like that, especially nowadays, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. Is like you could, get like a Head Rush Prime, like put your VHT in that thing, get it
Yeah.
close,
Yeah.
go out and like play whatever the fucking gig you wanted, and nobody's
Yeah.
gonna go, man, I miss your half stack behind you. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
No, I'd just
No,
get
you
I'd
don't.
get an empty half stack
You know,
and be like, no, it's right there.
Yeah.
What are you talking
yeah,
about?
just put it all behind you. And just go like, what are you talking about? I got it right there.
Yeah.
Fucking badass.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
You know
about.
what I mean? It's one of those things where it's just like nobody's gonna fucking go, oh man, you don't sound the same. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. But then, then I also look at like, I guess it depends on what you're playing. Like for the style of music that we were playing, no one's ever going to notice. But then I saw like, Joe Bonamassa, and he has like all of his fucking custom tube amps and shit,
Oh yeah.
and you can hear it, like the different amps and all the. But that's Joe Bonamassa, and that's the different style
I mean,
of music.
you're talking about so much production in sound design,
Yeah.
sound guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's not fucking cutting any corners
No,
when it comes to
he wants his
how his
tone
tone sounds.
to come through. So I mean
Yeah.
that's. But for
To
your
an
average
bar band, yeah, it's never gonna fucking make a difference. But for
average
him,
bar
yes.
band, get a pedal and just call it
Get a
good.
head rush, get a helix, get
Yep.
whatever the fuck you want.
Plug it into the board, and then
You're gonna
pick up
sound
a
just as good.
pick up an FR so you can hear your sound, and just do it that
Right.
way. It's so much
Yeah, like
easier.
Bonamassa, come on. I mean, that fucking guy has got so much money
Oh yeah,
into his live shows. It's like, holy
yeah.
fuck, you know.
No,
He sounds amazing.
He's he's good, really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really good.
I mean, how many Dumble amps does he have in there? $100,000 a piece?
I don't.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, $100,000
I think-
minimum. Minimum.
He collects them.
Yeah.
So I think he's got. Last time I heard, he had 20, 30 of them.
Yeah, because they have. He hasn't made them in. Actually, I think he's dead. Isn't the guy that made him dead? Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
So you
Yeah,
have
he
to
was.
buy the old ones.
Yeah.
So and when you're buying the old ones, you're usually buying them off of somebody who's really famous, because that's all he ever made them for.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it depends on who you buy.
Him
them
and
from.
John Mayer are the biggest collectors of Dumble amps ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have like pretty much majority of them that ever existed, because he didn't make a lot.
No.
They were like custom orders.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
when he made an amp, you had to.
Yep.
He'd be like, "Oh, do you have the money? Okay, here's."
Yeah.
But there was a lot of controversy I noticed with Dumble amps. It was like he was basically like hacking apart like
Yeah, I don't.
older amplifiers and just throwing parts in.
Yeah.
Like he was taking like Marshalls and just like.
Yeah, because I think he work off of the plexi.
Yes.
The bass.
It was the Marshall, yeah.
So it wasn't.
So he was taking other amplifiers, hacking them up,
Yeah.
and putting them in his own cases and boxes, and calling it his amplifier.
Yeah.
And he was changing maybe a few things, but I don't know. The
But,
hype around him.
Joe Bonamassa also uses another one that he uses, Carol Ann. That's another. That's another tube amp that he uses, which those are fucking expensive too.
Never even heard of a Carolyn.
No, well, it's another boutique tube amp. So
What do you
it's
think
like-
about that? Do you think there's a lot of like bullshit hype around those kind of fucking amps? It's like, do they really sound that great, or is it just?
Again, it depends on what you're looking for. Like, you could, if you were playing that style of music, you could make do with other
Anything.
amps. You know, like you don't need to get these stupidly expensive, you know.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm wondering how much goes into the like the Tony Guess is great, yes, especially
yeah.
Live. But how much is going into like post production, like soundboard wise?
I don't think
How much work are they doing? Are they doing a lot going?
Nah, I don't think they
All
are.
right, let's bring those basses up. Let's bring that treble down, way
Yeah.
down, because he's
No, I
getting
think
too-
it's mostly the amp. Like I don't really think it's I don't think it's post production. I think it's
Really?
mostly the amp tone. Yeah. Yeah. I mean it's one of those things. If that's the style of music you're playing,
yeah.
then yeah, some of those boutique amps that's the only way to go, really, boutique amps. But you can find cheaper amps that'll sound close enough. Yeah. Save yourself about, $100,000. Yeah.
There was a update recently to the Helix that came out, and they released a copy of a Dumble.
Yeah.
And there was a pretty renowned YouTuber who owns two of them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give his name out, but he has two of them, and he goes, I can't really tell the difference.
Yeah.
He goes, it's pretty impressive how they pulled it off. He goes, yes, you can hear a little bit of thinness.
There'll be some slight,
a little bit of thinness.
Yeah.
But he did a A/B side by side. And it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Like just a normal person was like, I don't fucking hear anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I asked my wife. I remember I was like, do you hear a difference? And she's like, I don't hear it.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds fucking same.
Mm.
But to me, I could hear a slight difference. But I'm like, how the hell?
Right. And then if you look at it,
somebody spend $100,000
yeah,
to hear a slight difference.
Right. And again, like you look at it as like, if you're playing live, is anybody going to really fucking notice?
It's like, what's missing? A little bit of bass. So what are you going to do in that pedal? You're going to turn a little bit of bass up.
Yeah.
Go in the high pass filter and turn it down.
Well, like you said, I mean, or post production and, just have them at the board.
Turn a low and high pass. Just fucking change a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand.
Yeah. For recording, I can see it.
Well, if you had the money of the amps were in the studio, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. But for playing live,
can we get this Dumble amp for this album, please? Can we get? Okay, yeah. Boom, use it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna keep it, but we don't want it for the album. But
yeah,
to go out and tour with this shit like Bonamassa does, what the hell's the matter with you?
Well, especially with how much they fucking cost. You want to really
That's
take something like that on the fucking road? I'd rather have like a pedal that I bought, and it's like, it
let me take
similar.
a collection of amps that cost like $500,000.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like bringing the Bugatti on tour with you.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, the trailer flipped over. My bad. We just fucking lost everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Could be a fucking Dumble amp or Cliff Burton. One of the two.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry. That was dark. Is the amp okay? No, I'm sorry.
We want to call this thing on that note. Let's call this thing.
We've been going about an hour and 40. Yeah,
hour 40 out of 46. Hour 46. Jeez, yeah, hour and 46.
Well, we just ran with this point, but that was cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
we're gonna do the poor man pedal board again.
Yes.
We'll get back to that shit.
I got to look on the interwebs and find the right one.
Yeah.
Did we say it has to be new or it can be used? Was that one of the stipulations?
No, I don't think there was. No, I think because I'm using like an actual, like the board that I'm mounting everything. That I knew I got that for free. So that was like, no, you can get shit for free, or you could, I think we were like,
can I go used though?
You can buy used, yeah.
If I went on eBay,
yeah, because it's pretty much, if a guitar player is just looking for something to sound good for cheap money,
something $250 and under,
yeah,
to sound good
enough.
All right. Okay.
Sound good enough.
All right.
Doesn't have to sound amazing, but
I got one in my closet right now. No, I do have one.
Yeah.
Half the pedals don't work, but it's amazing.
Well, there you go.
No, the GNX 3000. Do you remember that? Digitech GNX 3000? It's a huge board. It's like fucking big fucking, it's like the Helix. It's a big ass board.
That's old though, right?
It has drum machines in it. It has everything.
Oh, Jesus.
It has a suction pedal.
Yeah.
But half of my pedals don't work anymore because the sensors just blew out on them because I used it for years.
Yeah. That happens.
But the sounds in it are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I still have it. But well, that might be part of it. But no, I got to get another one. But
Yeah.
I might bring that in because I still have the power supply. It's funny because I found it 2 days ago in a box.
Really?
I was like, line 6. What the hell is that? And I was like, oh, it's for my fucking Digitech, my big one.
What the fuck?
I gotta plug that back in and see how it sounds. I haven't
yeah.
used that thing in like 10 years. I haven't plugged it in.
Jesus.
It'll probably explode.
Hey, whatever.
But that'd be a good one to try out. But yeah, let's end this. Let's call it a podcast and get out of here.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Good time.
I saw a few of you guys pop in and out. And
yeah. Back and forths.
thank you, Rapid, for showing up and joining us for the beer tasting. Because you like that. I know you like that part of the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of beer, what would you rate your beer at?
Oh, Jesus. I almost forgot. Is there a sip left in here?
I'm going to go... I'm going 3.25. 3.25.
That wasn't bad. I'm going to go 3.5.
It's not bad.
3.5.
It's better than 2.5.
I could drink that more than once.
There you have it.
There we go.
All right, so let's get the fuck out of here. You want me to sign off? You want to sign off?
Go ahead.
I always sign off.
Oh, you want me to do it?
You sign off. Yeah.
No, guys, we had fun. We'll see you next time. For episode 60, it will be 60 next time.
Jesus Christ.
We're at 59.
Fucking
What?
Twitch fucking fucked up again.
I told you it did.
Again. I already changed it once. But okay, go ahead. Yeah. It should be 60.
It'll be episode 60 next week. We'll be here.
Woohoo!
Had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya!
Have a good one, guys. Later. I forgot how we say it. I forgot.
I don't know. I forgot.
It's until the next time. See ya. I said it backwards.
Till the next time. No, I was trying to go walking.
We'll see ya. We should do that.